Hey guys, Last Razor here again. So in this video I will be focusing on two things, or rather not really focusing on the first thing that I'm about to mention, because it's not really that important to a certain extent. The first thing would be the update which happened last night, and the second would be giving you guys tips on how you can actually prepare for the Tycoon events beforehand without having to spend a lot of diamonds, which is not the right way to go unless that's the last resort you have to take. So before I actually start going through any of that, I would first like to thank you guys for allowing me to hit the milestone of 50 subscribers. Thank you so much. Although it's not a lot, but it's a good start. And initially I was hoping to hit 50 subscribers on Sunday, which is day after tomorrow, and I had a contest for it whereby I'll be giving away $25 Amazon gift card. More details about it will be in the description below, so just look at it after the video. So I had thought that I would be actually reaching that 50 subscribers kind of milestone that I set for myself in or rather day after tomorrow, but thanks to you guys and your support, I've actually reached it today, 2 days in advance. It's not a lot, but in order to walk a mile you got to take your first step, so thank you guys. Alright, let's move on. Let's talk about the update. So there are 4 things that actually happened. I wouldn't be really going into 2 of the things, which is the Battle Royale. Nothing has been out for that yet. It will be out tomorrow, and I will be doing a separate video to kind of cover for that. So if you need more information, the link to the update is in the description again, so just click on it and see in detail, or rather an overview on what's there if you need it from the website itself. So the second thing, which I really won't go into detail, would be the awakening system. They mentioned that it has been changed according to the interface or whatever that is, but looking at it, I don't think there's much change here. At least for me, I can't notice anything, but if you guys think that something changed, please comment below, so at least I'm aware of that as well. So these two aside, what else got released or rather updated was the bounty system, which I kind of hated to a certain extent, because initially what happened was that, or rather what is there in place was, you can complete all of your bounties from the NPC without someone having to issue any of the bounties. But now what has changed is you kind of need to or rather you pretty much get like 3 free bounties a day, and the remaining 7 someone has to issue a bounty in order for you to get to complete this the attempt. So it can mean good and it can mean bad in a lot of ways. So good, if your server is really populated, there will be a lot of bounties that are going on, that's good. But on the downside is if your server is pretty much a graveyard, and you're the only person there, then good luck to you. You need to issue your own bounty and claim it yourself. So this is one of the change which I kind of didn't like, but yeah, I mean it has its upside and downside to it as well. So the other change which got implemented, I'm not sure if a lot of you guys are aware, is the mount system. So fuck yeah, LOD just released a new mount called the White Mane, which I think is quite dope looking. Definitely a lot better than the fucking horse that died. This crap. So it's a lot better. It's basically a legendary mount, as you can see from the color here, and it's a lot better. But one thing that is not clear is how you can actually get it activated, because unlike the first mount, which you can pretty much activate it from the shop, the mount shop here, there's no fragments that you can buy as of now. So I guess they might have some event for you to purchase it, or they might even kind of release it at a later time. But as of now, there's no way where you can get it, so let's just stay tuned to that. Yep, so this is giving you a quick overview on the update that kind of happened. So now let's move on to the Tycoons. I'm not sure, if all the servers are synchronized, but from what I'm looking, different servers have different events at different times. So the Lucky Wheel event for my server is ending tonight. I have a feeling it might be a Tycoon event later tonight after 12 a.m. It could be that, or I think it could be either the Monster Hunter event or, even the group buy. But I'm just throwing all the events that didn't happen. So anything could possibly happen. So yep, let's just move on to it. There are a few ways which you can get to a lot of points without spending diamonds, and this is especially important for those that are VIP 0 or really low VIP that do not want to waste their diamonds on this. So just pay attention to this. So let's move on. So one of the ways which you can really leverage on is the obsidian stones here, or rather just the obsidians here. So what you can do is just save all your obsidians, do not spend it, and at the end of the month what you can do is you can just redeem all of that. Sorry, not the place ticket. Yeah, the basic enchantment stone, which depending on the tycoons will give you different points. So just redeem them once the event starts. You can redeem all of that in one shot because the event points that you get are actually rolled over to the next few days till the end of the event, and it doesn't refresh after each day. So you don't have to kind of buy 50 now and then buy 50 tomorrow. You can just buy all of that one shot. So just remember, save your obsidians for basic enchantment stones. Do not spend it on anything else. Do not redeem it if it's not the Tycoon event. Yep. So another way where you can kind of get it is in the minefield as well. So a lot of people might be overlooking this, but you can mine this 2 times a day. It won't give you a lot, but it will give you a decent amount of items that you can kind of count towards the Tycoon points. And as you can see, this is my setup, and it's kind of optimized for the Tycoon setup. So I have augment stones, basic enchantment stones, and advanced enchantment stone as well. So this is quite important because as long as it's free, why not just give it a try and just have this setting. It kind of helps you to get that extra points, and obviously loot. So loot the items that count towards Tycoon, and not the others that do not count. So the Super Tycoon there, it's a bit different because for the Reforged Stone, you kind of have to buy it from the Tycoon shop or whatever that is, rather than you getting it from elsewhere. But generally, your augment stones, your enchantment stones, and all that is pretty safe to just get it from elsewhere, and even your gold as well. So yep, this is it. Another way would be to fishing to a certain extent is to just get your stamina. It's not really that important. Vault if you want to spend diamonds, but again, the tip is to not spend diamonds. So you might want to just avoid that. Another one would be the Mystic Turret here. A lot of you guys might not know that it's important to actually save up your attempts. So I have got 52 attempts saved because it can kind of give you enchantment stones, if I'm not wrong, in this as well. So it's important because if it kind of gives you that, it counts with the Tycoon points, and there is a multiplier, or rather a critical element to it. So if you hit the critical, which is I think random, you get extra items in that attempt itself. So it's definitely useful for you to just save it and not use it until the Tycoon events. Under adventure, there is a lot of things that you need to take care of. One would be the gold dungeon. You definitely need to take part in the gold dungeon during the event, because that adds up to your points. Scenario as well. So please complete your scenario. For each scenario complete, I think you get about 30 to 50,000 gold. That's 30 of them, so you should get about 1 million gold, which adds up to about 150 points. So yep, please do that. Resource dungeon, you might think that for the Super Tycoon, yes, there's a glyph there that you might want to take, but one thing that is implemented is that if you redeem it directly, basically, so what I mean is, if anything that goes into your inventory and you have to kind of click to use it, be it gold or whatever that is, it will not get counted to the points. So even if you save something which comes to your inventory, it's useless during the event, it's not going to help. It has to directly go into your into whatever that is. So gold has to directly go into the gold pile or whatever you call it there, and not come into the inventory here. So just take note of that. Shadow Realm, on the solo part, if you get the gold kind of realm, then it's good. If not, I think it's pretty much based on luck. So if you're lucky, you can go in and try that. But then again, I wouldn't recommend unless you have a lot of shadow tickets to waste, because it's pretty much random, and you might not get it in. So another way would be to go into battle, the elite stages as well. So this is for the gems, and if you are cleared to quite a number of, if you have cleared quite a number of stages, all you have to do is just blitz it, and if you're lucky, if it's the 2-time gem festival, or rather the event, you will actually get double of that, and that will be actually added to your Tycoon points as well. So it pretty much covers this part of what you need to do. In fact, there are a lot of things that you also need to take care. One is your mailbox as well. So try to save mails that again give you gold or gems or whatever directly. So what I mean is, this is direct. If I were to actually collect it, I'm just doing it once, it gets directly into my gold here, right? So I'm really poor now, so I really need the event to come out. If not, I can't do much. So if it goes directly into your gold, then yes, it gets counted, else it would not get. So my recommendation would be for you to actually save up all the mails that allow you to redeem it directly without it being transferred to your inventory. So for this, the augment stone will be given to me directly, and not the equipment, which doesn't matter in any case. So for this, it kind of gives it directly, which will then be counted towards the points. So just make sure to save the mail. And yes, you also need to remember that the mails are only savable for up to 20 days, and after that they will be automatically deleted. So please just scroll down all the way and see when have you actually saved your first mail. And for me, it's the 7th of May, so I need to be sure to redeem this items from the 26th onwards, else they will get deleted. So hopefully the next event is Tycoon, and I can just redeem all of that. Another way would be to actually have this here, the treasure maps, which you can get from your guild escort. So save that as well, because apart from the gold that you get, which is quite a lot, if I'm not wrong, it's about 50,000. You can get other stuff like blessed stones. You can get your sacred feather as well, which is really helpful. So just save your treasure maps for the Tycoon event. So that's about it. Let me just see if there's anything else that you guys need to make sure. I actually forgot. There's one more thing, but I don't really practice that, and maybe I should, is to kind of save your stamina for that. The reason why is, stamina gives you gold when you kind of blitz through the stages. But then again, the reason why I didn't save the stamina is because the gold that you get directly, it's really minuscule. It doesn't really make much of a difference, probably 50 or 100 points at the most. But I should still save up for it. Majority of the gold will be actually into your inventory pile here, rather than directly given to you. So another way is to wait for the item hunt event, and so please stock up a lot of augment stones and light stones. Typically try to have more augment stones and a lot more light stone than 600 augment stones and 400 light stones. The reason why is because if let's say right now you are having your Tycoon event, probably in the next 2 weeks you will have your Super Tycoon event, or vice versa. So if you're going to spend all of your items rather your augment stones or light stones for those events, you know, you might miss out for the item hunt, or you might not even have enough to actually exchange. So this is probably the easiest way, to be honest, to get the points. In fact, just through this you can probably get about 40,000 points easily on the Tycoon, and probably a lot more on the Super Tycoon. So so now the main question is, you know, if the events are coming so close together, you know, 2 or 3 weeks apart, should I really spend all of my items on one event and then, you know, probably not have 100% of the items for the second event? That's actually up to you, because, you know, like for me, I had about 100,000 points in my previous Tycoon event, not the Super Tycoon, in the Tycoon event, my own server's Tycoon event, and the second player was about 60,000 if I'm not wrong. So I didn't have to actually redeem everything, because I still had a cushion of 40,000 points, which I could just compromise on not redeeming certain of the things. So it's actually up to you whether would you want to do that. Again, you know, what your focus is, you know, so I'll just leave it for you guys to kind of you know, just make sure that you know, you are benefiting from both the Tycoons and not, you know, just spending all the resources on one. So yep, that's about it. And yes, obviously plunder, so just attend plunder. I mean, it's a no-brainer, you know, just regularly attend plunder. I've not attended this plunder because, as you can see, I'm with you guys, you know, recording this video, but fuck that, I don't really care. Yep, so these are a few ways where you can kind of make sure that you don't have to spend a lot of diamonds to you know, score well in Tycoon points. If you need to know what you should really spend your diamonds on, I would say the harder stuffs like your gold, which you definitely need, and it's difficult to get, especially to get that 10,000 points in Tycoon. And obviously your gems as well. It's not easy to kind of accumulate gems in that. For Super Tycoon, I think if you really need to buy something, again, buy the gold and probably buy glyphs if you need them, and if you have the diamonds to actually go for it. Apart from that, you know, if you follow these steps, you wouldn't need to spend diamonds to get anything else. Definitely not augment stones in any way. Definitely not you know, your enchantment stones. Reforged stones for Super Tycoon, maybe you want to get that if you kind of really need to rank up. If, you know, you spending diamonds doesn't get you anywhere in the rankings, it's totally useless to kind of get it. So just focus on not spending diamonds and only spend it if you really have to. So you also need to actually make sure that you save your guild gold. As you can see, I've been saving my guild gold since the start of the last Tycoon, and what you need to do is, you know, go to the guild store and redeem augment stones and light stone as well. So this is quite important because, you know, it's free points for you, as I always mention. So just go for it, save your guild gold, do not spend it on anything else unless you absolutely need it, like you know, your pet fragments or your wing fragments or anything else. But my recommendation would be to just get the augment stone, refresh it until you get more, and just keep buying it until you can't refresh it anymore. So yep, so this is kind of an overview on what you need to do to prepare for the Tycoon event. So yep, this is pretty much it for the video. Once again, thank you guys for giving me your support. I'll be releasing another video tonight, probably after 12 AM when you know, I get more clarity on what the next event is. Hopefully it's the Tycoon, so that I can actually redeem everything and just show you, you know, without spending a single diamond, you know, the kind of points that I can actually get by just redeeming what I've showed you. So please do like, comment, and subscribe as well to my channel if you like my videos, so that I can you know, continue uploading more videos and showing you guys through on some of the tips on certain events which you guys need to focus on. Thanks guys, see you later tonight. Cheers.